Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Toon Duelists. My name is Prototype, and today I wanna show you the Elemental Hero deck in action. I wanna show you some duels here in Master Duel, because I feel like the deck didn't get enough love when I uploaded the last two videos about it. This definitely deserves more, because it's more powerful than it seems like, and that's why I wanna show you some duels so you guys can get an idea of what this deck is capable of. Let's go over the version I'm playing here real quick. I'm playing my 5 vanilla monsters here, only one Crosskeeper in this version, but the Vision Hero package here stays the same. 3 Ash Blossoms, then from the other useless monsters I play Wildheart and Blade Edge, then 3 Stratos, 1 Shadow Mist only, 1 Poly only, Rhoda, 2 Miracle Fusions, then E-Emergency Call 3 times, of course, for consistency. A Hero Lives, best card 3 times, of course. Then Book of Eclipse as a board breaker, but also when they use Effect Wheeler or Imperm or something to dodge that. 1 Called by the Grave, since in the TCG it's on 1, I'm also playing just 1 here. 3 Droplets, and then 1 Favorite Contact. The extra deck pretty much stayed the same. The only change I did there was removing 1 Infernal Divisor and adding 1 Shining Neos Wingman, because it does come up sometimes that you can use another Shining Neos Wingman. But it happens rarely, but it comes up more often than the Infernal Divisor, that's why I did that switch. But yeah, that's enough for the deck profile. I mean, you guys already know it from the video that I uploaded the other day, so let's dive into the videos and into the duels that I want to show you. Alright guys, let's watch the first replay. I will show you going first replay first, and then the second match will be a going second replay. So yeah, let's dive into it. And I'll explain some things while we go, so. So here we go. We start with Rhoda and get ourselves Crosskeeper. That's why Rhoda is nice, and we only play Crosskeeper at 1 copy. Normal Stratos, get the Ferris, and then with Ferris we discard the Shadow Mist to trigger Shadow Mist's effect and add a monster to our hand. And of course Ferris on summon effect to put increase in the spell and trap zone. So I'll pause here again real quick, because I was going for Vion here for the reason when they Imperm or Effect Wheeler or Ash Blossom or whatever our increase, then we can still play with Vion, because then we can normal summon Vion since we haven't normal summoned yet. Crosskeeper made us special summon Stratos, so yeah, this is basically only to keep playing when we eat hand traps. Otherwise I would have grabbed Neos here, but yeah, it just makes sense, so you can keep going when you eat hand traps. So here they didn't use anything, no Ash or Imperm or whatever, so there's no need for the second Vion copy anymore, but we had it just in case. Just wanna make sure we are able to play. So we go into Infernal Divisor, we wheel the Phoenix Enforcer and add Aspect to Synatrix and Avian. Then we use the Polymerization, use the Vion that we don't need anymore and the Sparkman that we drew into to summon out a Sunrise. That way we can keep Sunrise on our field. If we used Shadows, we would have needed Sunrise to go into the Wonder Driver. I just paused here for a second because here's some stuff happening that we kinda skipped right now. We used Crosskeeper's effect since we fusion summoned, so banish it and draw 2, discard 1, and with Sunrise we're able to add a Miracle Fusion. Here, let's go. So we draw 2, I put the Book of Eclipse back, and then we add the second Miracle Fusion. Then we go into our Wonder Driver here. And next we're gonna use the Miracle Fusion to summon out the Infernal Rage. It's important to use a vanilla monster here. So you can use both effects of Infernal Rage. Trigger Wonder Driver, get the polymerization back so we can fuse Avian and Bastonatrix. And then add Favorite Contact, of course, with the Flame Wingman. Use the Poly, like I said, to fusion out Phoenix Enforcer. We use Phoenix Enforcer here because he cannot be destroyed by battle, so that's better when you go first. And then we just used the Infernal Rage's second effect, tributed it, and summoned out the Infernal Wingman. So I wanna just look at this field here real quick and explain some things. The reason why I put all of the monsters in the attack position but Phoenix Enforcer is because we wanna bait the Lightning Storm to target our monsters instead of our spell and traps, because our spell and traps here are our interruptions. You see the Droplet and then the Favorite Contact. Those are more important than the monsters we have on the field, so that's why I play my monsters in attack position, so to bait the Lightning Storm. And I put this one in defense position because it cannot be destroyed by battle, so yeah, I wanna save this one at least when we eat a Lightning Storm. And also against Tempai and stuff, it is better to have this in defense position. Yeah, then we have our Droplet here to negate a monster effect or whatever, and then Favorite Contact to summon out the Shining Neos Wingman and get the pops. We have 3 different attributes on the field, so we will be able to pop 3 cards when we summon the monster out. Now it's our opponent's turn. Miracle Fusion we didn't even need. He's grabbing the Flame Wingman, which is totally fine, and using Droplet, which is totally fine too, because we care about none of these effects, maybe other than Wonder Driver. Wonder Driver could be nice, but since we have the Miracle Fusion in our hand, it doesn't really matter. And now he has 3 cards on the field. We are able to pop 3 cards, right? That's why I used Favorite Contact. He's summoning out a Link monster, but doesn't really matter. And we get our Shining Neos Wingman. And then we pop 3 cards after the Wonder Driver's mandatory effect, of course. And then we go for these 3 cards here, and then we get the Flame Wingman back. And get the Poly. Our opponent can still play, but we interrupted him pretty bad. He has only 1 card on his hand left. And yeah, I could have used Droplet here, but I didn't really care to, because it wasn't really good what he was doing here, or this wasn't an effect that we needed to make sure we get rid of. So I just saved Droplet for something more important. For example, this one here, because he would get a very strong spell back from his graveyard, so instead I am negating this. We would have lost our Shining Neos Wingman here with the quick spell he was using here. That's why we're using the increase to summon out the increase and not give him our Shining Neos Wingman. We don't want to lose control over it, right? Because once it's on his side of the field, he can use it for link plays and stuff. He's going into SP here. I think he's just trying to clear my board a little now. And then into Typhon, and yeah, just use it again to clean more of my board. But that's totally fine, because we have 2 Miracle Fusions and still 3 monsters on the field, so let's watch how we play this out. We go into Wonder Driver again, then we can recycle the Miracle Fusion again, or Polymerization. Since we don't have the Polymerization in our hand, and materials for the Poly, we choose to get the Miracle Fusion again. With Infernal Rage we can get our trap back from the graveyard, so for next turn we have follow-up again. It's amazing. Get the Sunrise out. If we didn't draw into that Miracle Fusion, we would have been able to draw now the Miracle Fusion, or to search for it with Sunrise's effect. But yeah, with the Miracle Fusion we now went into Wake Up Your E-Hero, and since it has the Flame Wingman effect, we had enough damage to kill him, and then he realized that and just surrendered. Alright guys, that was the going first gameplay. Let's look at the going second gameplay next. I'm gonna use fast forward because we don't want to watch him set up his board, right? We only care about what our plays are. He's playing Elements, and yeah, it takes forever anyway, so I'm gonna save you guys from having to endure that, and we'll fast forward this. light sworn stuff he is using here, but it's mostly tier elements. Horus stuff too, he has it all of course, but it's fine. We'll still show you guys how to play around this. I think this is a perfect example because he sets up his full board completely uninterrupted. And tier elements in Master Duel is not the worst deck, I would say, so this just shows off how the elemental heroes here can also have some power and keep up. I've played quite some matches here in Platinum now, and it's definitely a deck you can play in Platinum Elo here in Master Duel. It's perfectly fine keeping up on that level. Of course, we also drew Droplet, which we'll be able to use to break his board. Because without any board breakers and no hand traps completely uninterrupted, it would be hard of course, but that's why we also play non-engine in here, to have a chance and are able to set up our own plays after. Alright, then I will turn the Force Forward off, he's done with his board, and this is our hand. Summon out the Stratos to add a monster to our hand. But we only really want to use Stratos effect because we want to use Droplet. Like I was trying to bait him using Appaloosa and then use a Droplet, but since he is doing a lot of other things, I guess that works for him too. Let's just wait till he's done playing. Until we can make our plays here. Alright, let's put Fast Forward on again. He plays like it's his turn in my turn. Love when that happens, but it's modern Yu-Gi-Oh! But now here we're playing. Okay, this was a little fast. So I used Droplet. I used the Emergency Call to add a monster to my hand. Chain Droplet, send the Emergency Call and send the Stratos. And also send Shadow Mist, since Shadow Mist will trigger and add us another hero to our hand. And so yeah, we basically sent 3 cards and we can now negate 3 of his monsters. Appaloosa, of course. Oh, it was 4. We sent 4 cards, okay. So yeah, we negated 4 of his monsters. Now Shadow Mist triggers. He tries to use Appaloosa, but it's negated with Droplet, so yeah. I didn't really need that add from Shadow Mist here. You guys saw it. I added Sparkman just so I can use it to fuse it with Clayman eventually. But we didn't really need it. It was just an additional add that I guess was nice to have, but not needed. Summon out the Ferris here and then go into the full combo basically. He uses Judgment Dragon or Punishment Dragon, it is I think, to shuffle all the monsters in the graveyard back into the deck. It does hurt us a little, but we will still be able to play. Get us the Polymerization. Into Infernal Rage, since we are playing our going second combo right now, that I showed off in the combo video. Wonder Driver here. And now I'm making a misplay because I'm summoning Sunrise into the zone Wonder Driver points into. We don't want to do that. We want to summon that somewhere else. And then after we use the Miracle Fusion, summon the fusion monster we use with Miracle Fusion into the zone so we can recycle the Miracle Fusion. Because now I'm recycling the Polymerization here. I don't have any material in my hand, so I cannot really use it. So that was a misplay. But we will still be able to play this through. So just so you guys are aware of this, we could have had 2 Miracle Fusions instead of 1 Miracle Fusion, 1 Polymerization. Okay, then we go into Infernal Divisor here, since we have the polymerization now, and add us a material, and then use the polymerization like that. And here we get into the Wild Edge. I mean, Wild Edge is probably the best option to choose here, because he has 6 monsters on the field, and Wild Edge can attack each monster once. It loses 80k unfortunately, so we cannot go over most of their monsters, but some of them, so yeah, it's still the best choice here. And now we use the Miracle Fusion again, and basically banish our entire graveyard to summon out Wake Up Your E-Hero. And since we used here as material the Sunrise and the Flame Wingman, we can attack twice with E-Hero, Wake Up Your E-Hero, so that's why we're doing this, and the Flame Wingman effect is adding some nice damage to this. So now he's at 1200 life points. I was trying not to finish with Wild Edge, but this was so unlucky, he survived with 100 life points. But we have the favorite contact here, and we can summon out the Shining Neos Wingman on his turn to interrupt some plays. So just watch and enjoy. Here, get the Shining Neos Wingman, activate its effect, pop, popping all the spell cards. And then he's going to battle phase, since he cannot really do anything else. We get our increase back. Now it's our turn, and now we just finish him off. One attack and that's it. Yeah, so you guys see, the Elemental Hero deck has some power. It is very unexpected when you look at the deck profile and then at the combos afterwards. You're like, okay, this is not bad, but it's not super strong. But now you guys saw here, this deck has a lot of gas in it. Can actually keep up with some very strong decks. And yeah, that's why I wanted to show that off to you guys again. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's content. We're basically done with the video, and then I will see you guys next time. Peace out.